Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the Military and Surplus channel. Today we'll be taking a look at the gp5m/pmg2 respirator. So the PMG2 or the gp5m respirator was manufactured from 1971 and I believe is still being manufactured to this day, but in limited amounts of numbers. It was mainly issued to civil defence and a lot of other units like the infantry, but also the Latvian, Lithuanian, Ukrainian and Estonian defence forces during the Cold War, as a much more improved version of the GP5 and in general is just a lot better than the GP5. So my mask specifically is the GP5M. You can tell this because it comes with the GP5 bag, the GP5 filter, and would come with a filter sock, but I don't have that with me. And as you can see, I've got my AI2 and anti-fogging inserts in the pocket here. But the military version is the exact same face piece, and a tan, slightly larger, I believe, EO62K filter, and a Type G bag. Oh, I also forgot to mention they both have IPP8 or IPP1 decontamination kits in them. So yeah, that's that part. The military version has the insulating lenses though, which I don't have because they're quite rare to find here, but they just clip on outside the lenses. The cheapest I've seen is about £35, and I can't really justify spending that. But maybe if I find one for, say, £10, I'll get it. So the facepiece of the mask is exactly the same to a GP5, but has some considerable changes, like the voice diaphragm, the cuts in the ears, cuts for the ears, and mine is a lot thinner rubber than my GP5. Some areas also have reinforced rubber, which I've noticed, which is a nice detail. So my mask is dated, can't find it there, 1981 I believe, or 71, I can't remember which way around it is, and lot number 71 or 81, I can't remember at the minute, but yeah. The masks, the face piece is rubber, comes in the classic Soviet black or white, but black was generally issued to the places where the UV intensity would damage the mask, say the Soviet-Afghan War, Iraq, Iran. Anyone who could get hold of this mask and needed it for, well, a use that the rubber won't deteriorate on and start to go orange and minging. Like a GP5 and SHM41, SHM62 and U, it all features the angled lenses, so these wouldn't be good for aiming down optics, hence why the SMHS or the SCMHS was generally issued to snipers, artillery crews, stuff like that. Like I've said, it does hinder you looking down optics, and it wasn't issued to tank crews, hence this reason, and snipers, like I've already said. So the filter port is exactly the same as the GP5s. Most of the mask is the same as the GP5, still features the TISO system inside, there. But it also, sorry, I'll just take it off frame for a sec. This snout here, filter port, is slightly longer than my GP5s, which is quite interesting actually. Sorry about that. And as you can see, comes with the standard GP5 filter. It's like pretty much identical to my other filter that had the cap on it. But if you haven't seen it before, I'll just show you now. This just screws onto here. If you don't know, the threads are 40mm Gost, as standard with all Soviet masks, apart from the bayonet filters ones, but they're just another video on its own. So as you can see, that's that. Yeah. Not much to say about that. If you've seen a mask, well, yeah, that's it really. Then I'll just demonstrate it, what it will look like in its GP5M bag. The GP5M configuration bag. So, basically, how I do these bags is, if you don't know, I get the bag, I put the filter right at the bottom, like you're meant to. Then I get the face piece and bend that bit over it. So I just actually get comfortable, like that. Then I slot it in upside down, then just push it down to the bottom. Then I just do that. Standard really. Just fold it over. It's going to be a pain to do on camera. Sorry if you can't see it, but you get the gist if you've ever done a GP5 bag. Those little buttons just go through this thing here. And try to do it. Mine's becoming very stiff for some reason. Do it again here. And that's what it looks like in its bag. I haven't undone this yet because I cannot be bothered to tie it up again. But as you can see, I've got my filter, AI2, inserts, mask in it, which is quite convenient in that little size. Like I've said, if you didn't know, 40mm GOST. Obviously, I don't need to say. The filters do contain asbestos. I've heard people say the newer ones don't, but I would still be very sceptical about that. Because, you know, the Soviet Union. These ones, you've probably seen them before. I mean, you most likely will have seen them before. But if you just keep them around your house all plugged up like this, there's no harm whatsoever. Even with the top off, there's no harm. It's just the plug on the bottom. If it's sat in one place for a while and it's really bad condition, you're more likely going to expose yourself to it, which obviously you don't want. You don't want any concentration of asbestos in your lungs, really. Whether it be 0.1% or 100%, you don't want any. So everybody, that was my video on the classic Soviet gp5m/PMG2 respirator. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Make sure you stick around for the next video, and cheerio.